Aging is not a quiet retreat from life, but a widening horizon, a time when the senses sharpen to the subtle music of everyday moments. For those who cross the milestone of 60, health becomes less about chasing youth and more about embracing vitality. Among the simplest, most joyful ways to nurture that vitality is the food we choose each day, and nothing embodies life's abundance quite like fruit. Sweet, tart, fragrant, colorful, fruit is Earth's poetry turned edible. For generations it has sustained, healed, and delighted us, and for elders it carries both nourishment and memory. In villages where people live the longest, on sun-washed islands, in fertile valleys, along winding coastlines, fruit is not a luxury or a garnish. It is daily bread, daily blessing, a companion on the journey of longevity. Today we celebrate 5 fruits that shine especially bright for those over 60. Fruits that deliver not just vitamins but stories, traditions, and the quiet promise of another vibrant day. Picture a dawn in the Greek countryside. The sky is a watercolor of pink and silver as an elderly woman named Sophia moves through her small garden. She carries a basket woven by her mother decades ago. Dew sparkles on leaves and her bare feet feel the cool earth. She kneels to gather blueberries and wild blackberries, their skins glistening like tiny sapphires. Sophia is 92 and still tends her garden every morning. "The berries keep me strong," she says with a laugh that rolls like gentle thunder. "And they remind me of my childhood, running with my cousins through the hills, our fingers stained purple." Science tells us berries are loaded with antioxidants and anthocyanins that support memory and protect cells from damage. Sophia simply knows that they give her joy and energy. She scatters them over thick yogurt, drizzles honey from her neighbor's hives, and eats slowly, eyes closing to savor the burst of tart sweetness. Across the ocean, in a small Japanese fishing town where the mountains meet the sea, 87-year-old Haruto slices a crisp apple at his kitchen table. The knife glides through the fruit with a sound as satisfying as the ocean waves outside. Every morning he eats an apple, a habit begun in boyhood when his father worked the orchards that dot the foothills. "An apple," Haruto says softly, "is a promise of another good day." Apples may seem humble, but their gifts are immense. They offer fiber for steady digestion and polyphenols that gently nourish the heart. But for Haruto, the apple is also a memory of family, of long walks among trees heavy with fruit, of the quiet discipline of tending nature. He pairs it with green tea and reflects on the years behind him, each crisp bite a meditation on resilience. Farther south, in sun-drenched Valencia, Spain, 78-year-old Maria begins her morning with a ritual that brightens the entire house. She peels a mandarin orange, releasing a spray of fragrant oils that fill the kitchen with the scent of sunlight. Her grandchildren giggle as they wait for the first juicy segment. "Citrus is our sunshine," Maria says, handing out slices like treasures. Oranges, grapefruits, lemons, limes, each is a burst of vitamin C and hydration, a natural tonic that awakens the senses. Scientists speak of flavonoids and immune support, but Maria thinks only of the way citrus chases away the chill of winter and brings light to cloudy days. She squeezes fresh juice into sparkling water, lifts her glass, and toasts another day of family and laughter. Thousands of miles west, in the rolling hills of California, 80-year-old Daniel begins his breakfast with a smooth green half of avocado sprinkled with sea salt and a drizzle of lemon. The avocado tree behind his house was planted by his Italian grandparents nearly a century ago. "This tree is our family history," he says, touching its rough bark. Avocados, technically a fruit, though often mistaken for a vegetable, brim with heart-healthy, monounsaturated fats that nourish both body and mind. For Daniel, the avocado's creamy texture and subtle flavor are more than nutrition. They are connection. He remembers climbing that very tree as a child, remembers his grandmother teaching him to mash avocado with garlic for Sunday meals. Even now, each bite carries the strength of generations. And then there is the tropics' golden gift, papaya, mango, fruits that glow like captured sunsets. In a Costa Rican village famed for longevity, 85-year-old Elena slices ripe papaya for breakfast. Its orange flesh is fragrant and soft, a natural source of enzymes that soothe digestion and vitamins that brighten skin and spirit. She sprinkles it with lime juice, just as her mother did decades earlier. For Elena, papaya is a bridge across time. A taste of childhood afternoons spent beneath palm trees, listening to the sea. Tropical fruits like papaya and mango are more than sweet treats. They are the Earth's own celebration, carrying the warmth of sun-rich soil and the laughter of far-off islands. These 5 fruits, berries, apples, citrus, avocados, and tropical gems like papaya, are not prescriptions but companions. They nourish body and memory alike. They remind us that health is not a grim discipline but a daily joy. Each piece of fruit is a small act of love. Love for the earth, for tradition, for the body that carries us through the years. Around the world, elders who live long and well know this truth instinctively. In the Mediterranean, bowls of berries appear with morning coffee. In Okinawa, apples mingle with sweet potatoes in simple meals. In Costa Rica, papaya graces every table. These habits are not trends. They are the quiet wisdom of generations. Science now confirms what tradition has whispered for centuries. Berries brim with anthocyanins that help protect the brain. Apples deliver soluble fiber and antioxidants that support a healthy heart. Citrus fruits provide vitamin C and plant compounds that strengthen the immune system and may enhance circulation. Avocados offer good fats that stabilize cholesterol and keep skin supple. Papayas and mangoes contain enzymes that aid digestion and carotenoids that nurture the eyes. Yet beyond the laboratory findings lies something equally powerful. The way these fruits invite us to slow down, to savor, to be present. Consider Rosa, a 70-year-old artist who arranges her morning fruit into patterns of color, deep blues of blueberries, emerald slices of avocado, the fiery orange of papaya. "It's my daily painting," she says, smiling. "And when I eat it, I feel like I'm eating a rainbow." Or George, a retired carpenter who insists that his mid-morning apple and handful of berries are as essential to his day as his morning walk. "Good wood and good fruit," he jokes, "keep a man steady." Their rituals show that food is more than fuel. It is art, memory, and celebration. From bustling farmers' markets to quiet backyard gardens, from icy northern orchards to tropical coastlines, these fruits travel across cultures and climates, bringing with them stories of soil and sun. Each bite is an invitation to connect with nature, with ancestry, with the present moment. When elders reach for these fruits, they are not merely seeking vitamins. They are claiming joy, choosing life's sweetness again and again. The morning light deepens and the world begins to stir, but in countless kitchens the quiet ritual of fruit continues, weaving a thread of vitality through every age. In a tiny coastal village on the west coast of Ireland, 84-year-old Maeve wraps a shawl around her shoulders and steps outside to gather apples that have fallen overnight. The sea mist clings to the branches, tiny diamonds of dew on emerald leaves. Her grandmother once told her that every apple carries the memory of the tree, and Maeve believes it. As she places the fruit in her basket, she feels the strength of her ancestors, those who planted and tended these trees through wind and rain. Back in her kitchen, she slices the apples thin, scattering them over warm oats with a handful of raspberries she froze last summer. The tart red berries melt into the steaming bowl, releasing their color like watercolor paints. Each spoonful tastes of patience and seasons well-lived. Thousands of miles away, in the bustling heart of Mumbai, 71-year-old Dev sits on a shaded balcony overlooking a street that hums with life. His breakfast is a vibrant plate of mango slices glistening in the early heat. The fruit came from his cousin's farm outside the city, ripened in the Indian sun and carried in woven baskets. Dev remembers childhood summers when he and his siblings would climb trees for the ripest fruit, juice running down their arms as they laughed in the golden light. Today, the mango's sweetness carries him back to those carefree days, reminding him that joy is not bound by time. Scientists may speak of carotenoids and vitamin A, but Dev simply calls mango the taste of happiness. In the cool highlands of Kenya, Grandmother Wanjiku walks the red earth path to the small market where farmers display their harvests beneath bright umbrellas. She stops at a stand overflowing with avocados, their skins dappled in shades of green and brown. Wanjiku selects the ripest by touch, just as her mother taught her. Back home, she mashes the creamy fruit with a sprinkle of salt and a squeeze of lemon from her own tree, spreading it on a thick slice of warm chapati. She eats slowly, savoring the richness that has nourished her people for generations. Her grandchildren crowd around, each eager for a taste, and she tells them how the avocado tree outside their home was planted the year she was born. "It has grown as I have grown," she says, "and it feeds us still." Far to the north, in a quiet Norwegian fishing village, 79-year-old Eric returns from his morning walk along the fjord, carrying a small basket of wild cloudberries. Their golden hue mirrors the rising sun, and their tart sweetness holds the memory of cold mountain air. Eric mixes them into a bowl of yogurt, their bright flavor a perfect balance to the creamy richness. For him, these berries are more than food. They are a link to the rugged landscape that shaped his youth, to the endurance and quiet strength of the people who call this harsh beauty home. Across the Pacific in Hawaii, Leilani, age 80, cuts open a ripe papaya grown in the volcanic soil of her backyard. The scent is a tropical song, sweet and slightly floral. She sprinkles the orange flesh with lime and a touch of chili salt, a tradition her grandmother passed down. As she eats, the trade winds rustle the palms and the ocean sparkles in the distance. Leilani reflects on how each fruit she grows carries the island's spirit, its sunlight and rain, its resilience against storms. She smiles, feeling the same resilience in herself. These stories, spread across continents and oceans, reveal a simple truth. Fruit is more than nourishment. It is memory, culture, and continuity. For those over 60, it is also an anchor, a daily act of care that strengthens body and spirit. Scientists tell us about antioxidants, flavonoids, and healthy fats. But elders know something deeper. The act of selecting, slicing, and savoring fruit is a meditation on life itself. Consider how these fruits invite mindfulness. To rinse berries under cool water is to feel the pulse of a mountain stream. To peel an orange is to release sunlight into the air. To cut an avocado is to witness the miracle of green life hidden within a rough shell. These simple acts slow the rhythm of the day, grounding us in the present moment. They are reminders that the journey of aging is not a race, but a blossoming. Practical wisdom flows naturally from these rituals. Seniors who keep a bowl of fresh fruit visible are more likely to reach for a healthy snack. Those who visit local markets gain gentle exercise and social connection. Sharing fruit with grandchildren or neighbors builds community and strengthens the heart in ways beyond the physical. Even small gardens, an apple tree, a patch of berries, a single citrus pot on a balcony bring daily purpose and quiet joy. Recipes become celebrations rather than chores. A morning smoothie of mixed berries, banana, and a splash of yogurt turns breakfast into art. An apple baked with cinnamon fills a home with warmth on a winter afternoon. Citrus segments tossed with leafy greens create a salad that tastes of sunshine. Avocado blended with herbs becomes a creamy dip to share with friends. Papaya chilled with lime offers a sweet, refreshing close to a summer meal. Each preparation is an opportunity to infuse food with love and creativity. These fruits also teach the wisdom of seasons. Berries remind us of fleeting summer days, urging us to savor the present. Apples carry the crisp promise of autumn. Citrus brightens the long nights of winter. Avocados and tropical fruits bring the steady heartbeat of warmer climates, gifts of patience and enduring growth. To eat with the seasons is to honor the earth's rhythm and to align our own lives with nature's cycle. Elders who embrace these habits often speak of a subtle transformation. They describe steadier energy, clearer thoughts, a gentler mood. They find that the simple act of enjoying fruit becomes a gateway to other healthy choices. Daily walks, meaningful conversations, restful sleep. The body and the spirit respond to this daily affirmation of life. Imagine a global table where Sophia's berries sit beside Haruto's apple slices, Maria's sparkling citrus water, Daniel's velvety avocado, Elena's papaya with lime, Maeve's raspberry-studded oats, Dev's golden mango, Wanjiku's avocado chapati, Eric's cloudberries, and Leilani's tropical feast. Around this table, elders laugh and share stories in many languages, but their message is the same. Nourish yourself with what the earth freely gives, and you nourish your years with color, memory, and strength. As you listen to these voices, you may find your own memories stirring, the scent of an orchard after rain, the first taste of summer strawberries, the warmth of a grandparent's kitchen. Let those memories guide you. Fill your basket with berries and your heart with gratitude. Choose apples not only for their crisp sweetness, but for the stories they carry. Lift a glass of citrus water and toast the sunrise. Spread avocado on warm bread and feel the strength of the tree that bore it. Slice papaya and taste the sun itself. This is the quiet power of fruit. It connects past to present, earth to body, and body to soul. For those over 60, it offers both science and magic, a partnership between nature's wisdom and human joy. Each bite is a reminder that health is not merely the absence of illness, but the presence of life. Rich, colorful, and endlessly renewing. So let every day, whether you are 60 or 90, begin with this simple act of love. Let fruit be your morning prayer, your afternoon celebration, your evening reflection. In every season, in every corner of the world, the earth offers these gifts freely. Accept them with gratitude, share them with others, and feel the years themselves become sweeter, brighter, and more alive.